Grade 12s, we are looking at a site plan project. So this is our main focus now. This is a client which has purchased this property, and you need to give a diagram of what he has purchased in a full scale of 1:200 on a single page. This also becomes a project as part of your course drawing. So pay attention to detail, which is very important. So the site plan task, there's a few things given. Figure 1 refers to this diagram here of the boundary outline, A, B, C, D, E. They also give you the corner heights of each particular height at each particular corner. And then they give you the sewer line as it runs here from the municipal area into the client's boundary. All the dimensions are given in millimeters. This is stan 157. Figure 2 shows the diagram with some additions, and the other additions which we have here are the trees. There is a building line added. The distance between the boundary line and the building line is given in this 3,000, which is 3 meters in reality, building line. This side is 5,000, that side is 3,000, this side is 3,000 as well, and we have a fifth side that is 3,000 BL as well. So this is the distance which we are basically referring to. If we look at the next figure, which is figure 3, it refers to the actual dwelling which is about to be erected after you have put this design together. It will be approved by the municipality. You will find a particular point here, M, which aligns to the point on your drawing right in the corner of the building line. So that would basically be where this building will be situated on the site plan. There are some other site specifications. For example, that the boundary line AB, which we would find right here, is in front of the stand. So this is the front part. That municipal hole is in the road, and that road's name is PC Road. So we need to label that here when we actually do this drawing on the single page. Then we have some adjacent site numbers according to the north direction that we have here, and we need to determine that is in fact north because the arrow points that way. This is south, this would be west, and that would be east. We also find that there is a water stream running here on the side here, which is Modderspruit, so that needs to be indicated on the site plan as well. Very importantly, the instruction asks you to draw on a single page with border and title panel to a scale of 1:200. So all dimensions here will be scaled or divided by 200 on your calculator, and all drawings must comply to SANS 10143. At the end of the drawing, we will have to evaluate whether you have fulfilled with all these design specifications here as your final presentation is made. learners, so we check whether we comply with all the necessary detail and specifications which we had to implement on our site plan. So we're starting with the scale right there, and you can see that the scale is actually 1:200. We go on to the boundary lines. So the boundary lines are there. It's visible, nice and dark. So we have boundary lengths. They are there available for us. Not the one that's scaled down, but the ones that give us the actual measurements in reality. So we can tick off those two. Then we're looking at corner heights. The corner heights are there, A, B, C, D, E. We're looking at the building lines. The building lines are the required distance away from the boundary line. As we can see here, 15 all around. If you scale that by 200, 3,000, which is 3 meters, and in this case here you have 25 for the 5,000. And then we have our north point, which we don't have, so we're going to include the north point quickly. That is one thing that we don't have. So all we basically need is to find a little blank spot and any size of your choice. So I'm going to use this one over here. There I'm going to draw my circle. Then I'm going to use my 45-degree set square, because I know that the north point actually faces that direction. And then I'm going to draw another half that way, which is basically breaking it up into quarters. And then all I'm going to do is draw a straight line like that and a vertical line like that to indicate my north point. Alright, we carry on and we look at the proposed new dwelling, which is here colored in red. We check at our adjacent stands and the adjacent stand numbers. So on this side you will have stand 158. I just need to correct that. That's 158. This actual stand here is 157. Then we have 189 there. We have a green belt over here. That basically is a section of land belonging to the municipality. Okay, not used for building purposes. Then we look at our boundary wall, which we have double lined here alongside the letters A, B and C, and C and D. You'll see that the line has been drawn double to indicate that we have a wall on that side. We're looking at our sewer system that runs alongside the house. We have 3 IEs, which you can place anywhere, and we have 2 rotting eyes, which would be the start of our sewer line, and it runs to a municipal hole outside in the road here, MH, the manhole, and this is the manhole inside your property. Okay, that has been drawn as well. So we look further at the environmental features, which would be these trees that you see there, and more than likely, learners, you are allowed to actually color in those trees as well. I would advise a color green, so you can actually apply the green color to each of your drawings as I'm doing now. It just enhances the drawing a little bit further. So you can use that red there, and I'm going to use this green just to indicate my different trees that I have here, the 3 of them, and then the last one I will color in as well. Alright, so I just also want to point out that the driveway actually runs just slightly past the tree, and part of the tree hangs over into the driveway. Then you look at the next item, which would be your labels, and there we have labels: greenbelt, site plan, scale, new driveway. You can have the new dwelling as well indicated, all on there, and many of the other components are labeled. Then we have the part of the labels would be the title and scale, which we spoke about there. And then any other single feature, what I've done is that I've included swing gates here. You're obviously allowed to put in a remote control gate, but you will have to show with an arrow the direction of opening. And then of course we need to tabulate the area and perimeter of the stand. So I'm going to do that here quickly for you. So when we look at our perimeter, we will find that we take all the sides starting from 36.5, which I have there, to 30.5, 18.25, 21.6525, plus 18.9, which is this last part here, gives us a total of 125.802 meters. That is the perimeter right around. And then of course we're looking at the area. So we have a little triangle here, so we're going to work out the full rectangular shape. So we say length times breadth, and we take 36.5 times this side here, which is 30.5, and we get 1113.25 minus this part here, which is half base times height, 0.5 times 18.25, which is this distance here, which we subtracted from that, and 11.6, which is this distance here, subtracted from these two here, and that gives you 105.85, and then minus this one from that one, that would give you 1007.4 meters square. And that basically concludes this section on the site plan. I hope you will have all the information on your site plan ready to be handed in.